and start the recording.
Cool.
Well, Happy New Year. Welcome to the stream. How are your holidays?
They were good, I have to say. Very, very peaceful and intimate.
Nice.
Yeah. As they should be. I spent a lot of time working on my son's car, which I enjoy. It's becoming it seems to be becoming a lost craft, car maintenance.
I can only imagine. I don't have a car, so I know nothing about this.
Well, in the U.S., in much of the U.S., cars are a necessity, and I guess really until maybe the last 20 years, they were primarily mechanical. There was very little computer control. So there's a lot of stuff a lot of fluids and things that need to be changed and adjusted. Anyway.
Well, I guess it's similar to other kinds of engineering.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it
Maintenance.
just gets very messy. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right, so I think last time we started going through the pros around these grammar snippets, and this is where we ended up in lexical analysis. Do you remember?
I do. I do.
So I think we're pretty good there. I just noticed we want one more space of indentation here to line everything up. And now this is a bit longer than the maximum line length in the source, but that should be fine. So let's go to the next one. This is not a grammar listing. Next up is this. String and bytes literals. So how can we make this better? This lists all the combinations of uppercase and lowercase string prefixes, which I don't think really aids understanding. Let me commit the alignment fix, and let's see how this could be improved. So we have our F here. So what if we just have a lowercase string prefix with RUF, or you can have the combinations here, FR and RF. There's just two of those, so we can list them. U is special. Maybe let's put it at the end. And how do we say that string prefix can be uppercase or lowercase? Something like this. I don't like this name. But perhaps this will be... Oh, perhaps this will be easier to understand. And if I go further, I see there's a short string which is surrounded in a single, either single quote or double quote. There's a long string which has the 3. Short string item which has short string character, and long string item which has long string character. Short string character can have any source character except backslash or new line or the quote, which is interesting because there are actually 2 kinds of short string character. One where the quote is single and the other one where the quote is double. Right? And then of course there's long string character, which can be anything except the backslash, but you can't have the like triple quote in there either, which is not really mentioned here.
I see.
So I almost want to consolidate this and just have string item everywhere.
Yeah. There's no... I mean, is there a relevant distinction between the different string types or examples?
Well,
not really.
So in the short string you cannot have the quote. In the long string you cannot have this triple quote.
Oh, right.
One of the differences is the new line. And also there's something that's missing from here entirely. If I have a string like this, you cannot have null bytes, which I don't know if source character is defined everywhere. Not really.
I'm going to momentarily drop because I'm not getting the screen. I'm not seeing your screen properly, so I'm going to reconnect with a wired network.
Right.
It seems. So I'll be right back. Proceed.
I'll look around for source character. Uh, so there's one more restriction in that if you have a string with a literal 0 byte in it,
Yeah.
you get a syntax error. But maybe that's covered in this source character, which is something that's not really defined anywhere.
Source character set.
Source character, I guess source character is like a term of art that you're supposed to know or something like that. If I search for it in the documentation, there's source character set. There's source
No glossary though.
Character, no glossary, no definition. The source character set is defined. What is this? PyDoc data? String and byte literals. Where does this come from? Is it generated from?
Oh, how strange.
Oh, here it is. The source character set is defined by the encoding declaration. Nah, okay.
Source character set. That does seem to be different, though, from the source character.
Well, that's the set of source characters, I guess. I mean, if
okay.
Yeah, this is
Any
like a set of source characters, and this is any of them.
Element
so that should be fine.
Okay, good. It does seem like maybe we should have a glossary entry. I'll look into that. I love having simple things to do.
So here I would say something like, with a few exceptions, since this is not really defining anything formally.
Oh, okay.
And there's another syntactic restriction not indicated by these productions. So let's see. There are several syntactic restrictions not indicated by these productions. One of them is white space is not allowed between the prefix and the rest of the literal.
Okay.
And string character, and I guess bytes character as well. guess that would be string item. Wait, I lost some edits here, right? I don't want the distinction between short and long strings. So this would be string item. And then string character and bytes character. So these may not contain backslash, the new line, for short string. I don't know if this will actually improve things. The null character.
No, I think this is nice. I mean, no doubt someone will find this helpful. Remember, explicit is better than implicit.
I mean, to do this formally, I guess string character would have to be split into string character of single quoted string and string character of double quoted strings.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
And then, well, that would be for short string, right? Then there's long string, where the grammar would need to express that you can have 1 or 2 quotes, but not 3, because that would end the string.
Oh, I see. Ooh.
Right.
Okay.
Right, let's see how we handle the syntax here. I think, yeah, we can split this into more lines. So let's do that. So it can be any character except backslash, new line, yeah, probably makes sense to have short and long just because of this new line here, because you can have new lines in here.
Oh, you can have them in longs. That's
right.
Okay.
But we, just to be formally correct, we do need to add null there.
Oh, okay.
Or we can say, wait, I'm editing bytes, right? Or we can say that the null is never part of the source character set. That would probably be better. something like that. Is that mentioned somewhere else? This is what I added right now. And this is any code point except blah blah or null. So here it says code point. Except for everywhere else it says source character. It'll take a while to untangle this. So if we say that null is not part of the source character set, this should probably say any ASCII source character. Or we can say somewhere that the null character is never part of the source character set. That might be.
That's a good thing to highlight, perhaps.
Right.
I mean, not highlight necessarily, but to establish. Oh.
Right, so source character set is sort of defined, well, indexed in encoding declarations. And that's it. Oh, and then there's identifiers and keywords. And it just says characters. So maybe one thing to do here would be to define source characters.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Sure.
So let's see.
And it has to be Unicode because, of course, in Python, strings are either Unicode or bytes.
Well, source code in general is Unicode. It's text,
right,
so.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Right, so let's do some kind of segue here. If an encoding is declared, the encoding name must be recognized by Python. The encoding is used for all lexical analysis, including string literals, comments, and identifiers. So let's say so let's keep this and let's say lexical analysis, including literals, comments, and identifiers. Works on Unicode code points, or maybe works on Unicode text decoded using the source encoding. And I think you can use you can use any character except the null. That work? Now I can, so this would define source character, and I can use that in
the grammar snippet.
In here, yeah. Any source character.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Okay.
Any source character. Oh, okay, this says any character in ID start and in ID continue, and you don't have null here, so I'll just say all characters. That's fine. But I can use that here. Right, any source character. And it's probably better to at least hint at the exceptions here. And I'll put back the short and long. So that's short string character, long string character. And like that. So short can have this or new line or the quote. And the exception here is just the backslash. We've handled the null character elsewhere, so we don't need this. So the quote used to used at the beginning of the string,
Okay. Right.
I mean, this is probably obvious.
Well,
Right,
yeah.
so formally I'm probably trying to say that this token, these end quotes, are matched equally.
Yes.
Which which
Hmm.
is it necessary to say it?
Um, I think it might help people who aren't necessarily familiar with. I don't know. I mean, I think it doesn't hurt. It I mean, if I was looking at this stuff for the first time and I was not, well, here's the thing. Presumably, if someone is reading this section, they are quite familiar with, looking at descriptions of formal grammars.
Are they? That's
Or are they? So if they're not, then I think it's useful to spell it out. And
Should
so
we?
it might be a kind of, yeah. Go ahead.
Should we put the plain English description first?
Oh. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yes. Yes, let's do that because maybe the naive reader, the experienced reader could just skip ahead and get to the whatever whatever we want to call this the grammar. Yeah. Uh, maybe that's better. It serves as like a preamble.
Yeah. Especially since this is not really a
Yeah.
formal grammar.
Okay. Yeah. Then let's put the preamble first. Exactly. I mean, let's the plain English part.
Okay, so that would be this, right?
Yeah.
String and bytes literals
Are enclosed instead of can be. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because,
So, for somebody who's reading this for the first time,
yes.
I want to add an example.
Sure. Sure. With an optional prefix? You mean like u colon
Yeah.
I mean, you quote something or other. Okay.
So I want to add like a how do you spell code block in structured text? Like this, good.
That's it. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah. What is the R?
The R is a raw string.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Cool.
Oh, let's say it can be enclosed in single quotes or double quotes. Now triple quoted strings, the backslash is used to give special meaning.
Hmm. Isn't it also escape for like escaping the Unicode character or the Unicode?
Yeah, well, the escape sequences can be longer.
Okay.
And I just noticed this Unicode consortium here, which isn't really mentioned anywhere.
Hmm.
Maybe we want to build it gradually, like say, for example, blah blah blah. String examples are text enclosed in these kinds of quotes. Right? We want to use some Python examples here. Then we go on to triple quoted strings and explain a bit about triple quoted string.
Oh, okay. But that's not the only thing that's different about it, right? In other words, triple quoted string, you could have a triple quoted string with the triple double quotes.
Oh, yes, that's here.
Right. But okay. I'm just saying in the second example, there are two things that are different. There are two distinctions. We don't want to imply that only single backticks can, yeah.
Let's see what this has to say about triple quoted strings. Unescaped new lines and quotes are allowed.
Oh, quotes are allowed. Okay.
Right.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. In triple quotes,
I probably want to index triple quoted string here.
Yeah.
And raw string somewhere else. And I also want to say that the choice of quote single quoted and double quoted strings are exactly the same.
No, so the quoted, in other words,
Or
I think where people might get confused is the single quote characters are referred to when we say single quotes. We're referring to the character exactly. That's what it is, or double quotes exactly. Because a single quoted string and a triple quoted string refer to this whole thing, to the string, not the character. Yeah, okay. Perfect, yeah. Choice of quote character, yeah.
Not sure I like this wording.
Does not, how about either, does not, in other words, there are no implications of choosing one over the other, right? There's
right.
No. How about How about either quote character or either single or simply the
So what I want to say is that, for example, in
yeah,
Bash, uh,
yes. Do
these
you
are
want to say something
different,
like
right? If
yeah,
you use
yes,
single
exactly,
quotes in
exactly, yeah.
Bash, this is literal. If you use double quotes, this gets expanded somehow. So I want to somehow say that that does not happen in Python.
Yes, and so we could say the in Python the meaning, or we could just say the meaning is the same for single quotes and double quotes. In other words,
Right.
uh, I mean that is okay. The choice does not affect the meaning, or we could also just say that they both mean the same.
Right. Oh, yeah. Both quote
Both
characters
mean the same in this, yeah,
have the same
in this context. Yeah, have
the same meaning.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
maybe mention why we have two of them.
I don't know why we have two of them, to be honest.
We have two of them so that you can say.
Oh, so that you can nest?
Here.
So that you can, okay. And there's no precedence, right? In other words, if you choose to do double quotes on the outside versus single quotes on the outside.
Right.
Okay.
So maybe you can say the choice of quote character only matters.
Yeah. Oh, I see. When you're nesting them, or contained? Yeah. Contains a quote, or yeah. That's nice. Yeah, well, and then with the example, that's not that makes it quite clear, I think. To begin the string, to start, okay. Terminates. Okay, got it. Yeah, like you could have multiple quoted strings inside the literal. So you could say, for example, say hello, comma, quote, please, unquote, comma, and thank you, right? So you could have like, should exceptions be plural or just is it single? Okay. Nice. Okay, that would be literals, plural. Or is, yeah. Yeah.
And now we want to get to prefixes.
Okay.
So that can be R, F, B, and U.
Okay.
And I want to give an example of how this is used.
Okay. And F strings, of course, can either be single or double quoted. Okay, I'm thinking out loud here.
Yes. And how is you?
Unicode value? Unicode legacy. Oh, okay.
Right.
That's what it's called. Oh, really? Oh, how interesting. Oh, I also did not know that.
Ah, some can be combined. I guess the situation now is that the R prefix can be combined with F or B.
Oh, okay.
So blah blah blah.
I haven't seen that. Okay. The R and F strings are usually interpreted somehow, right? They're processed?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
But well, yeah, they're it's a whole another story.
Okay.
Actually.
No, yeah, that's all right. Yeah. I mean,
Oh right, yeah, they're ah oh dear. F strings.
formatted string literal. Oh, I see. They're formatted. They're not
Formatted string literals. But the problem here is
I mean,
that
it would seem to me that they're okay.
the
Go ahead.
lexical analysis for F strings is
Yeah,
now completely different.
great.
And if we look in the later chapters here, oh dear, this will be much longer than I expected. If we look into expressions, Is it in expressions? Somewhere. It must be in expressions.
I'm not so sure about that, actually.
So where is f-string start documented?
Oh, there. Token.fstring start.
Yeah, that's just for the library.
Oh, I see.
Token full grammar specific. Oh well, here we go.
F-string middle.
Right, so the lexical tokens are actually f-string start, f-string middle, and f-string end.
Okay.
Oh dear. This needs to be completely rewritten.
Should we set up next session for that?
Well, this is the session, right?
I mean, yes, okay. Yes.
How are these parsed anyway? I mean, I guess it's not. It's just string literal. Oh. Okay, well, we probably need to have the same thing with f strings. And then the short string and long string would be short f string and long f string.
Right. Short f string character.
Short f string item, short f string item, long f string item, long f string item. So yeah, so these.
Yeah.
Escapes are the same at least.
Yeah, thank God. F strings are almost like their own little sub-language, like regular expressions.
They are.
I mean, I only just realized that now as I said it.
This is really complicated because it kind of crosses the line between lexical and syntactic analysis. And I don't know into how much detail the documentation should go and at which point, right?
I don't either. Because the thing is, if it's not documented, I mean, so for example, when f-strings first came out, the security folks or the security-minded people were a little bit nervous about the fact that you could execute code within a string. And I don't to be honest, I didn't follow that. You know, I haven't circled back to figure out what the final consensus is, but in a way, you know, if someone wanted to understand what the constraints or capabilities were of that processing, I'm not sure where to go look for that.
So this actually changed recently. So here I have tokenization for Python 3.9 for this f string.
Yeah.
And it just says that's a string. So the tokenizer doesn't actually assign any meaning to the prefix. It just leaves everything intact. Okay. It's the same with raw strings, right? The escape sequences are handled later. But recently, I don't know in which Python that was, but quite recently, it's now tokenized, and the expression inside is tokenized as an actual Python expression. Like if if I put b plus c as its own statement, like it's the same thing, like name up name, right? So that makes things a little bit better. I don't know if...
Yeah, it does. That's nice. That might have been to help the security people feel more comfortable.
No, it's actually so that you can nest expressions in f-strings. Like you can have an f-string as part of the expression inside another f-string.
Oh, okay. So they're no longer opaque to the tokenizer the way they were before.
Right, yeah. Exactly. Okay. So the
Sweet.
tokenizer handles f-strings, which means that the tokenizer needs to keep track of whether it's inside an f-string or not, and how many levels of nesting there are.
Oh.
Right?
Wow. Okay. Jesus.
It's... I mean, you can do an f-string.
Yeah.
And inside you can have another f-string.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Sure. Well, and also you can have f strings without the print function. Oh, you can do it without a print function though, also. Right?
Oh, not if I want to run it and show it.
Oh, not okay. Of course, I see. Yeah. I got it. Okay, yeah.
So the problem for the tokenizer here, and what wasn't possible before, that this is not opaque. So now this quote doesn't end this f string. Right?
Yeah. Oh.
So previously this would be the string because the tokenizer doesn't care what's inside, but now it has to count the braces. And of course you can have nesting inside. You can have something here, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's proper nested, probably not.
There you go.
Yeah. Right, so the tokenizer needs to keep track of how many braces there are.
Okay.
And I don't know, we probably want to convert that into a formal grammar somehow. Of course, it's not based on a formal grammar.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah. I guess the pep will explain it. Let's look at that. Syntactic formalization of F strings. Oh, here it is.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, this is not the tokenizer grammar. This is the tokenizer grammar, which of course doesn't have a formal grammar at all. So f-string start includes the f-string prefix and the opening quotes. F-string middle includes a portion of the text that is not part of the expression part and isn't an opening or closing brace. So that's text between the opening quote and the first expression brace, between two expression braces, and between the last expression brace. And then there's f-string end, which includes the closing quote.
Okay.
So the tokenizer cannot produce a single token for f-strings anymore. How the elixir emits this token is not specified. Blah blah blah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So basically, okay. So we've got an f-string start, followed by an f-string middle, followed by any number of f-string middles, and then an f-string end.
So there's f-string start, which is f-string prefix, followed by one of the opening.
Oh, okay.
So it's this or that. This is just an explosion of of combinations,
exactly. Right? Yeah.
And that's it. Then there's f-string middle.
I think it includes the brace, right? The beginning f-string start includes the beginning brace.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Yes, the brace doesn't have to follow this.
Oh, okay.
F-string middle.
Oh, okay. Okay, F-string middle. Okay.
Is the part of the F-string item. Or and then there's f-string end, which is this. Now f-string item well, I guess that would be f-string character or an escape sequence.
Okay. Or the braces.
And f-string character is
okay.
any source character except this, the new line or the quote or the brace.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, that's where the braces fit in. Okay.
Or the brace. Now the problem here now is that if the tokenizer encounters this brace, then it starts emitting normal tokens until it finds the matching closing brace.
Okay.
And after that, it goes back to parsing either F string middle or F string end.
Okay.
Oh, and I also need to define a string prefix, which would be F, FR, or RF.
Yes,
That's probably a better way to do this. And here as well, B, BR, or RB.
Also case sensitive.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the official name? Literal string interpolation. Okay. So how? What are the restrictions here?
I don't remember.
So after f string start, so there's some kind of context and nesting.
Oh, you mean the quote? It has to be a different quote. Oh, I see. That's right. That's right. That's true. I noticed that. Yeah. String little tokens. Ooh. Expressions, yeah. Do we need to reference the PEP here?
How do you explain this? We don't want to reference the pep here. We want, if we need anything from the pep, we should copy it here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, hi Bartosz. You're here just in. You're here just in time. We're having a lot of fun with F strings.
Oh, with F strings. Oh yeah, I love the change that that was introduced in 3.12, where they added the grammar to nest.
That's exactly yes.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
everybody
I love
loves that change, except the people who
Yeah.
need to write the formal grammar for it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if you stay here, you'll become one of the people and learn to hate this change.
Yeah, you may want to
Alright.
leave.
That's another level of being aware.
Yes, exactly.
I just had a chat with a person from my team, and we were discussing whether it is worth it to type annotate tests. In my opinion, it's actually really cool to annotate tests and keep the standards just as you keep in the code itself, like the logic. Because I think that if you type annotate tests, you may encounter some transitive hints of errors you have in your type
Yeah.
annotated code, even though you don't see them like by themselves when the code base is checked. Yeah, without
Yeah.
tests.
But you don't test what
I need to
happens
give an example.
if the user uses wrong types, right?
Yeah, I mean, my only like idea is to go all for it or don't go at all. Like if I'm doing type checking, I'd like to type check tests too, just because it's just like it feels it's just
Well,
better. And I also get the and I also get auto completion in Pylons, so that's really helpful if I get some auto completion. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
I hope, yeah.
We're just to bring you up to speed. We're going through the grammar, and we're describing the structure of F strings,
Yeah.
and it's it turns out that there is no currently there's no description of the grammar of F strings, so we're trying to figure out how to do that.
How about the grammar, like the official?
Yes, that's the name of that.
The tokenizer doesn't have an official grammar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. So the tokenizer will produce something called an F-string start, and then it's followed because of the new 3.12 nesting.
Yeah.
It will then produce any number of F-string middles, and then finally it will produce one F-string end.
Oh, okay.
And so, in a broad sense, that's that's what the tokenizer does. And so we're just figuring out the best way to describe what an F-string middle will look like.
Oh yeah, I see. We have F-string middle, expression ty, F-string replacement field, yeah, F-string conversion. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not good at grammar.
Right.
Oh, and I should also warn you that we're recording this for YouTube playback.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bit of formal grammar.
Oh, where did that come from? F-string replacement
nice.
field, F expression.
Oh, there,
well,
yeah, replacement fields. Yeah, we should incorporate this. I'll definitely do that. But here, we should link to delimiters. Here.
I really like the fact that those grammar chunks, like definitions, snippets, are linked together via what's it called? Cross references. Yeah, because I often reference that, actually. I often refer to that. Yeah. Even in a bug report I recently filed in CPython, I also referenced it, I think. I mean, I wanted to, but I didn't. Anyway, it's still useful.
Nice.
Here it is.
Thank you.
Ah.
Oh, and when I'm teaching, I often like to talk about displays. Like the difference between, like, when you, for instance, have a list somewhere and it's like an abstract concept because you like get it from a return value of a function, or when you have a display and you like make it literally make a list.
Oh,
That's useful to use the term display then. Yeah. Or suit to describe the differences between the simple and compound statements. dispute meaning a collection of statements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like tell people why in some cases you may make your entire code in one line and separate statements with semicolons, but not always, because if you have a compound statement, you may actually have problems with that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have read forward. This is actually a rather nice description. Of actual F strings. There's some kind of F expression. I don't know if that's actually in the grammar. No. This is annotated RHS.
Yield expressions, store expressions.
Now what is annotated RHS? That's expression. Okay.
Just expression.
Yeah, nowadays it's just an expression.
There's also a caveat with expressions and yield. Specifically, for instance, yield is an expression, right? A kind of, because when you like put any expression you can imagine inside parentheses in print, for instance, like in a function call between the parentheses, this won't be a syntax error. But when you put a bare yield, it will be a syntax error, and you need to put additional parentheses around them, because yield is not cleanly an expression, I think.
Yeah, there are some.
Bring that up.
So the definition is actually the other way around. You need to put parentheses around yield expressions, except if you use it as a bare statement or after return.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, not after return, just as a bare statement, I think.
I mean, you don't have to put parentheses
after hidden assignment, right?
Yeah. On the right hand of the assignment, yeah.
Yep.
And that's actually obvious, like the reason for that, because, like, for instance, if you had inside a function call, if you had a yield that yields something with commas, for instance, a implicit tuple, because there are no parentheses around, like, then it will be confusing whether it is supposed to be yield one. For instance, if I had print, and then inside the argument would be yield 1, 2, right? Like, you don't know whether yield 1 is one argument and 2 is the second, or whether it's one yield that yields 1, 2 as a tuple.
Right.
So it makes sense that you have to put those parentheses around.
Yeah. Okay, so looking at this, so this is a production list of Python grammar. Getting back to F strings, which I'm really thinking about all the time here. So this is Python grammar. Who are all of these Python grammar? They are. But here we say that these are tokens generated by the lexical analyzer, And in the introduction we have that there are two different kinds of syntaxes even. So there's lexical definitions and there's syntactic definitions. Right? And with f strings, I think we need to merge them because they start to refer to one another. Right, so we have f string, and this f string doesn't really include the starting quote. So we should probably put like the f string prefix, f string end somewhere here. Look, I copied this thing here. So f string item is this, so it doesn't include f string start and f string end. So let's do those. And yeah, and remove it here, and we'll just link to the f string section. So f string start is f string prefix with these. F string prefix is f, fr, or rf, case insensitive. F string middle, so that's this. Literal character. Okay, that works. Call this an f string item. So it's a literal character. The whole f string would be f string start, then a combination of f string middle and replacement fields, and f string end. Right? F string start,
Yeah.
has these quotes.
Wait, string prefix? Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah.
F string middle has f string items and not replacement field. We're singling that out. Literal character is any source character except the special ones. We don't want null here because we excluded it from the character set.
Right.
Now we have replacement field. this expression. It can have an equal sign, and then a conversion and a format specification. Conversion can be SRA, and format specifier can be literal character or replacement field. So you cannot have this in the format specifier? I need to test that. So
by specifier, like, I think we can.
So if I have, for example, a date time, that's a good one. So if I print out.
Also, good to mention that UTC now was deprecated. So now it's the best one.
Yeah, now it's this.
And here you can have actually like
So this should be the year and the month. And can you have this
I
inside?
do think you.
No. Right. Oh, so you cannot have this inside a character. That's good. That's reasonable. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, you can. It's like
maybe
you can include things.
You can. Maybe you have to nest it.
Yeah.
You can't really nest it in here. So this is the format specifier after the colon.
Okay, I see. Okay, all right. That's...
So usually you would have something like the number of digits there. If this was just a number, you can say, for example, that this should be formatted for 5 digits or started with a 0. So usually this is pretty simple, but with datetime you can just put any text here and it'll become part, it'll just be output directly, right? Because datetime uses its like the strf time syntax, which uses interpolation. Maybe
yeah,
it's not
can
really
I interpolate something
here.
that?
Yeah, interpolation isn't really necessary for f strings, but it was just reused. Right, so this is the same.
Can we interpolate inside this like arbitrary text here? Yeah. Can we nest something that contains these brackets open? So like. Yeah, we can. I think. Can we? Oh.
So you can definitely do it here, and like the method of the datetime object, but you cannot put it in an f string. So the f string format specifier doesn't allow any kind of braces, even the double ones.
No, I mean it allows single brace. It said name text is not defined. Did you mean?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, what?
So it is allowed.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I meant. You can include things here. Yeah. That was my point here. Yeah.
Whoa. Oh yes, you can, but you cannot put.
Yeah, and that was the reason why you got the syntax error that after double brackets, it said that it expected a valid expression after, because it demands you put a valid expression that can be interpolated in this place.
Whoa, this is...
I saw my friend who actually like supply the argument, like supply the value to be a fill character in the example above this one. So like when you are like prefixing integers to justify it.
So in normal f strings, like you can have double braces,
Yeah, the old escape.
which is which is just escaping. So you'll have single brace, and this is not a valid Python expression. In the format specifier, you can have replacement fields, but the escaping doesn't work. So this is actually a replacement field that contains a set.
Yeah.
This is a
funny. So if we put wow, we'll get one wow, right?
Oh yes.
If we put wow, yeah.
Ah, I learn new things about
you got
Python every day.
I see.
This is okay. That's interesting. So we're kind of out of time here. To be continued next time. But I think next time what I will want to do is go back to the introduction and unify these two kinds of definitions and just say that we're defining Python's grammar and even the lexical grammar as one thing, even though the tokenizer is separate in practice.
Yes.
Just so we can combine both in this grammar.
Yeah, so that is like easier to convey meaningful information about the Python syntax.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe we want to use the actual token names everywhere, so the uppercase token names.
Yes.
And
that would be cool.
Even for these,
sure.
Well, maybe we don't want to put in the grammar for these. It's much clearer without the quotes and stuff.
Oh, well, yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think we have a way out for for next time, but it'll...
Next Wednesday?
Yeah, next Wednesday. Let's continue. I hope this is still interesting.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for dropping by.
I'll definitely attend. I mean, I just forgot that today was the stream, and I accidentally saw that there's the stream going on in the server, so that's why I joined.
Nice.
I forgot. Yeah.
I need to somehow update the server, the event in the server. I hope I can do it.
Cool.